Page 126.
הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. ידיד נפש אף הרחמן, ידיד נפש אף הרחמן, ושוכבתך אל רצונך, ושוכבתך ילאי לי 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 אל רצונך. ירוץ עבדך כמו אייל, ישתחווה לי 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 אל מול הדרך. ידיד נפש אף הרחמן, ידיד נפש אף הרחמן, ושוכבתך אל רצונך, ושוכבתך ילאי לי 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 אל רצונך.
We turn forward to Dori Lee, Come My Beloved on page 128.
דודי לי ואני לא רואה בשושנים. דודי לי מי זאת עולה מן המדבר, מי זאת עולה מן המדבר. דודי לי ואני לא רואה בשושנים. דודי לי מקורת ארת, מולי בונה, מולה בונה. דודי לי דודי לי ואני לא רואה בשושנים. דודי לי לבתיני אחותי הלאה, לבתיני אחותי הלאה. דודי לי ואני לא רואה בשושנים. דודי לי אורי צפון ובואי תימן, אורי צפון
to L'Chadodi on page 138, the song, the poem, the prayer that welcomes Shabbat, page 138.
L'Chadodi lekat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamo v'zacho b'dibur echad, Hishmiyanu el am yuchad, Adonai echad, Shemo echad, L'Shemo tefaret v'letila. L'Chadodi lekat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. L'Chadodi lekat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, Ki makor habracha, Merosh mikedem nesocha, Sof maaseh b'machshava tchila. L'Chadodi lekat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. L'Chadodi lekat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, hitoreri, Ki va'orech kumi uri, 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 sheyadaberi, Kavod Adonai alayech nigla. L'Chadodi lekat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. L'Chadodi lekat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela.
We rise and
Boi v'shalom ateret bala, Gam b'simcha u'v'tzola, Toch emonei am segula. Boi chala, boi chala. L'Chadodi lekat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. L'Chadodi lekat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela.
so I am putting a family on the spot to light our Shabbat candle. So why don't you guys come on up? So you can come together as a family. So it's not just one of you or two of you. Come up today. Come on up. Page 118, blessing. And we do have a special candle lit in memory of the one who's lost from October 7th. And we can light that one first. We don't say a blessing over that one, and then just our Shabbat candles. And then our Shabbat candles.
It's the air conditioning. Tonight. Beautiful. Shabbat Shalom.
And let's take a moment and turn to those around, wishing one another a Shabbat Shalom, which is our tradition. Shabbat Shalom. Just as we are seated, I would like to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional lands of the Wajak people of the Noongar Nation and pay my respects to elders both past, present, and I guess we don't say emerging anymore, just past and present. So let's turn now to Shalom Aleichem on page 142.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon. Mi'melech Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachem LaShalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachuni leShalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon. Mi'melech Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedem leShalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon. Mi'melech Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We rise for the Chatzi Kaddish on the next page, page 144. On page 148. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidbaro ma'ariv harabim, v'chochma poteach sha'arim, v'bitbuna meshanei itim, u'machalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakochavim b'mishmarotehem barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom u'mevi layla, umavdil ben yom u'ben layla, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים.
אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, עמך אהבת. תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגי יומם בלילה, נגי יומם בלילה. ואהבת אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. מהו שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
In the top of page 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together.
Lai 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 la 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 lai la lai 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 la 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 lai la lai 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 lai. Mi kamacha bailim Adonai, mi kamacha neda b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefel, nora tehilot osefel. malchutecha ra'u banecha, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, Zeli anu ve'amru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל Yisrael. On page 160, Hashkivenu, a prayer of protection, a prayer of shelter.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu leChayim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu leChayim.
Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. Blessed are you, Eternal One, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem, and let us say, Amen. A prayer for Shabbat V'Shamru on page 162.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We turn to page 164 for the Amidah, and as is the custom, we rise for the first three blessings, which we'll do together with Gina out loud, and then we'll continue silently with the prayers of our hearts, the words of the page. Perhaps it's just some downtime, some quiet time, and then we'll come together with the singing of Oseh Shalom. But if you're done with your prayers, please feel free to have a seat so that we know that you're also done, and we can continue with the singing of Oseh Shalom. Page 164, let's rise.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagitei latecha. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagitei latecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu V'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei רוח ומוריד הגשם, מצליח השמש ומוריד הטף, וחקל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתי הסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשוני עפר, מי כמוך על גבורות, ומינו מלך, מלך ממיד, ומקיים, ומצליח ישועה, ודיברת לחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, וחיי הכל.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, הקדושים בכל יום יהללו תעלה, ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. Continue now with the prayers of our hearts or the words of the page. Perhaps again, this is a little bit of downtime. יהיו לרצון אמרי והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי וגואלי. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, O God, my rock and my redeemer.
עושי שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
May God bring peace to the entire world, and we say,
Amen.
Amen. Who here loves to learn a little bit of Hebrew? Yes. You like to learn some Hebrew? Yeah. What's your favorite part about learning Hebrew? Picture. Oh, what Hebrew book is that? How to learn Hebrew in 6 weeks. Wow. That sounds amazing. Who would like to learn Hebrew in 6 weeks? For sure? I used to teach a class on how to learn Hebrew in 1 day. But it was pretty intense. People used to could hardly walk out at the end. Well, I want to teach you 2 Hebrew words today. Okay? This is actually for everybody. And it's to do with this week's Torah portion. But I'll teach you 2 words in English. Well, I don't have to teach you the words in English because you know the words in English already. The word that I'm going to share with you in English, and you tell me if there's a difference. One is nearer, and one is closer. Is there a difference? Anybody can answer the question, actually. Are my glasses nearer to my face or closer to my face? And is there a difference? Kind of the same? So what if I tell you in Hebrew there are 2 words? Like there's 2 words in English that mean the same thing, right? Closer and nearer. Do you agree that it's pretty much the same? Any difference? Oh, you have to be difficult. You can be difficult. Would your wife agree? Yes. But it's kind of the same thing, right? What if I told you that in Hebrew there are 2 words, Vayigash, the name of this week's Torah portion, and Lekarov, they both mean closer, but can mean something completely different. You with me? What are the 2 words? Vayigash, Lifgash, and Lekarov. Karov. One you want, the other one you do not want. Let me tell you the difference. You ready for this? So this week's Torah portion, Vayigash, Judah draws close to Joseph, who's in Egypt. And then Joseph reveals himself, because Joseph is Prince of Egypt. Have you seen the movie? If you haven't, great summer watching. Mum, Dad, great summer watching. Prince of Egypt. Have you guys seen it? Mum, Dad? Come on, I'm not that much older than you. It was a hit. It was an animated hit for a while. Prince of Egypt. In the mid-90s, it was an animated hit. Then you have. Get it? Prince of Egypt. Who's seen Prince of Egypt? Oh my goodness. You are allowed to see it. Trust. You should be allowed to see it. I'm pretty sure. It's G-rated. It's the story of, it was basically after the 10 Commandments. The next good movie was this animated version, Prince of Egypt. Better than the 10 Commandments because it was more accurate. You should be able to get it on Netflix or Amazon Prime, one of those streaming. It's a little bit dated now in terms of the graphics, but still worth seeing it. Anyway, so Joseph's brothers reveal themselves to him. Oh no, Moses is Prince of Egypt, sorry. I'm getting my biblical figures mixed up. The rabbi's confused. Let's not tell anybody except all those people watching on live streaming. So Joseph reveals himself to his brothers. And how did he do that? It's after his brother Judah drew close, Vayifgash. Not a bad thing, right? Parents draw close to their children. Partners draw close to one another. Friends draw close That's a good thing, right? Yeah? Brothers and sisters, get close. Until, maybe, until we get too close. What happens when we get too close? We're in each other's space, right? Gets a little uncomfortable. That's when another word, lahakriv, lekarov, happens. That's a different version of to be close. That's when we get too close. How do we know we get too close? What happens? Biblically, maybe we're moving from G to PG right now. That's when, biblically, God zaps people. You with me? That's when the verb lahakriv, usually when the Israelites do something wrong, when it comes to the Mishkan, that's when lahakriv comes in. You draw close, but you draw too close. You enter into a space without permission. Not necessarily the zapping part. That was my own interpretation. So there are two types of, in Hebrew, there are two types of drawing close, and it's up to us to figure out which is the drawing of close and those boundaries that is fit for the right situation. And that's about understanding the context in which we're in, understanding the situation, and understanding the relationship. Are we lahafgish or lifgash? Are we in a situation where this is a relationship where we're close to somebody? And it can be, as I said, it can be a relationship of friendship, of a partnership, of a child-parent, or have we pushed that too far and it changes into lekarov, into the drawing of close that then becomes uncomfortable. Now, what is the challenge in that? Where one person feels one and the other person feels the other. That's the challenge. Now, I see that with my 4-year-old in kindy. One child wants to play this and is on top of the other one, and the other one was like, no, I don't want that. They're figuring out the boundaries. But with adults, it's a different situation, isn't it? It's a different scenario, it's a different situation. But that's about us as human beings, as adults, understanding human behavior, social cues, visual cues, what people say, the intonation in voices, and that's not something that we always get, and that's something that we develop along the way. It's like as siblings, when our brother says to us, I need my space, and we go, no, but I want to do this. Or my sister says, this is what I want. And it's about it's not about you. I have a brother, by the way. And I have a sister, by the way. So this is not about the two of you. Or is it? The plot twist. But there's that idea of, I think that's something that we can all relate to, is that we can all understand. We have that moment of a lahakriv, lekarov, of drawing closer, when we all can say that this is where something gets uncomfortable, or if this is a lifgash, this is where that relationship fits and is comfortable. Shabbat shalom. Just some food for thought, huh? something to discuss in the car going home. Let's rise for Aleinu on page 586. And Ollie and Blair, do you want to come open our ark for us? Yeah. Kate, you can come up too, so you don't not the only one left out. I usually do interactive discussions.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצא את הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושרינתו זו בגופי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצא את הארץ, ומושב יקר בשמיים ממעל, ושרינתו זו בגופי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפל סגולתו, הכתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, השמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אליו, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, היום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
The red one is closed, red is closed. And so we turn now to the Mourner's Kaddish on page 598. And for the week of Shiva, we remember Elsie Trobe. And for the Shloshim, we remember Sharon Hubner, mother of Elijah Carver. For the Shloshim, we're still remembering Penny Jakubowicz, OAM past president of the UPJ and wife of Andrew Jakubowicz, and Rabbi David Ellenson, and Vicky Dawson, Daniel Gordon, and Daryl Gilbert. And for the yard sites, we remember Mary Salinger, mother of Ruth Patterson, Rachel Hoffman, grandmother-in-law of Ray Findlay, and Israel Hoffman, grandfather-in-law of Ray Findlay, Joseph Bensky, grandfather of Ken Rose, Anne Louise Hirsch, mother of Deb Hirsch, Frank Jackson, father of Nina Ambrose, Ernie Wilson, father of Les and Ron Wilson. Of course, we remember all those who've lost their lives through the war in Israel, innocent lives lost through terror, innocent Palestinian lives lost as human shields. If you'd like to remember the name of a loved one for Shiva, or Shloshim, or for Yahrzeit, I invite you to share your loved ones' names at this time. Zecher Tzadik Livracha, may the memory of the righteous be for a blessing as we join together with the Kaddish on page 598. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, v'yamad divrach hiritei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yom echon, v'v'chayedecho beit Yisrael, v'agalau b'zman kariv v'yimeru.
Amen.
Yahei shemei Rabbah mevarach l'olam olamei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, Yitada v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu, Le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiran v'yalma v'yimeru.
Amen.
Yahei shlam araba min shemaya, chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom v'imromav, u'yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru.
Amen.
Hamakom yinachem echem b'toch sha'ar havlei Tzion v'Yerushalayim. May so the source of peace and peace to all who mourn, comfort to all who are bereaved in Zion and Jerusalem and around the world. And we say,
Amen.
Amen. Just a couple of announcements before we head out for our final song, and then we head for Kiddush and Motzi. Services tomorrow morning as per normal. Shabbat service is at 10:30, and then there is Coffee Club with Ken at 12:30. Just a reminder as well that our offices are now closed all the way through till the 8th of January. I am around. I'll be in and out of the office sporadically. I have decided that, Boxing Day, the 26th, is a work day for me. I've got a couple of appointments on the 26th, but I'll be in and out the office at different points. Feel free to get hold of me on my mobile phone number, which was published in Mar Chadash. If anybody needs it, let me know. And services next Shabbat as normal. Anything, Daven, Dine and Dance on February 5th, but that's not for a couple of weeks. Yeah, January 2. January comes first. No, you didn't put February, but in my head, I've lost the whole month. I lost the whole month of January. It just whoosh, gone. Gone. Final song is Geshet Sama Od. The whole world is a very narrow bridge. 643. There are some actions. Actions. Bridge, world, bridge, narrow, very.
Good. Kol haolam kulo geshet me'od, geshet me'od, geshet me'od. Kol haolam kulo geshet me'od, geshet me'od.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody,
Shabbat
and
Shalom.
thank you for joining us on this very sunny, very warm Friday Shabbat evening during the summer holidays. Very warm.